Good evening, and welcome to the first Thursday edition of Newswatch 18 of the semester. I'm Emily Unkrich.
And I'm Giovanna Hajon. Thanks for joining us.
The Iowa Board of Regents met yesterday in the Sunroom at Memorial Union asking lawmakers to create a new $40 million program which would provide financial aid to the low-income students. This would phase out the tuition set-aside program, which takes up 15% of tuition revenue at Iowa's 3 public universities. The practice has been under fire since last year for forcing middle-class students to subsidize their peers with financial aid and merit scholarships. The Regents did not vote on the plan in full on Wednesday, but plan to do so at their meeting in October.
A proposal to freeze tuition at Iowa's 3 public universities starting next year was also discussed at Wednesday's meeting. The proposal could cut yearly tuition by $1,000 starting in as early as 2 years. The Iowa Board of Regents President Craig Lang said maintaining current tuition rates is possible due to healthy enrollments at Iowa State and Iowa, as well as low inflation rates. The Regents plan to review tuition rate proposals next month in Iowa City.
Iowa State's new president, Stephen Leith, was celebrated on Central Campus today.
As long as I'm president, and I hope it's a long time, the student body, the needs of the students, and high quality education is the absolute #1 priority. We're going to spend a lot of our effort on keeping tuition down, keeping fees down, keeping loan rates down, and making sure you get a great education here at a great value.
Leith will be formally sworn in on Friday. There will be a ceremony from 10 to 11:30 a.m. at C.Y. Stevens and a reception from 11:45 until 1 p.m. at the Celebrity Cafe.
The Cyclone aides held an informational session last night for prospective applicants.
My favorite thing about being a Cyclone aide has to be just working with the new students and their families, because you get to meet so many new people and people from different walks of life that you've never really worked with before. My town is really small, and so I got to work with a lot more diversity through this position. It's kind of cool.
The schedule for future meetings can be found on the Department of Admissions website. Applications are due at midnight on October 1st.
Iowa State students have yet another reason to be proud of their school. The annual university ranking U.S. News rated ISU as number 46 among 173 of the top national public universities. The biological and agricultural engineer programs were rated 3rd among all national universities. For more information on where your major is ranked among other colleges, you can read the 2013 Best College Guidebook, which will be in store September 18th and is available online at www.usnews.com.
A man accused Wednesday of videotaping his neighbors through a hole in the wall was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Harold Wolf of Ames was charged with installing a webcam in his neighbor's vent. Investigators discovered video stored on Wolf's laptop, many of which included footage of his 5-year-old neighbor getting dressed. Wolf's criminal records includes a conviction in 1974 of assault with intent to commit rape.
The Iowa State College of Design will team up with the Main Street to let 20 graduate students in the Integrated Art Program to showcase their artwork. The students' work will be on display during an open house at Design on Main Building and will be going on during the Octagon Art Festival. Everybody is welcome to attend. The event will be held on Sunday, September 23rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Engineering Study Abroad Fair was held in Howe Hall on Tuesday.
As engineers, they're going to need to know how to work in the global marketplace, work with people who are different, and to navigate how engineering is done differently in different parts of the world. And by having that study abroad experience, it gives them first-hand knowledge on how to navigate that part of being an engineer.
For more information, stop by 112 Martson.
So, Danny, I hear the Cyclone athletes have a big night coming up for them on Saturday.
You're right, Emily, and I'll have more for you after this break. The Cyclones football team will take on Western Illinois Saturday evening. Both teams will enter Saturday undefeated, but Iowa State is coming off a big road win with rival University of Iowa. The Cyclones have proven to be a solid team on both sides of the ball. Quarterback Steele Jans is the team's offensive leader, completing 69% of his passes and has 553 total offensive yards. The defense is headed by leading linebacker Jake Knott, and he had 6 tackles and 1 interception against Iowa last week, and has 17 total tackles in all. Knott is coming off a big week in which he was named Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. The game is set to begin at 7 o'clock in Jack Trice Stadium. The Cyclones volleyball team takes on number 1 ranked Nebraska this Saturday at 1 p.m. in Hilton Coliseum. ISU goes into the match with 5 wins and 4 losses. These two teams last met in April for a spring game, which resulted in a Clones loss. To contend with the undefeated Huskers, Iowa State will need a big game from its stars. Kristen Hahn leads the Cyclones with 164 digs. Mackenzie Bigby leads the Cyclones' offensive attack with 117 kills. The game is set to begin before the football team takes the field against Western Illinois. So if you're planning on tailgating before then, stop on over to Hilton Coliseum and cheer on the Cyclones. The Iowa State soccer team travels to South Dakota State on Friday for a 6 p.m. game. Iowa State and South Dakota State have met 6 times before, and the record is tied. Last year, the Cyclones won the match with a score of 1-0. The players to watch are leading scorer Jennifer Dominguez with 4 goals, and leader in assists Ashley Johnson with 2. They then return to Ames on Sunday for a 1 o'clock game against Milwaukee. The Cyclones are seeking redemption on Sunday. They lost 2-0 against the Panthers last year, but Milwaukee is off to their worst start since 2004. Big news for the college world of sports. Notre Dame is moving from the Big East to the Atlantic Coast Conference by 2014. Every sport will transfer except football, which will remain a football independent. The ACC is making an exception to its rule of full membership, although the Fighting Irish will play 5 games a year against ACC teams, which means Notre Dame will likely have to end some of its long-lasting rivalries. Notre Dame will have access to the Orange Bowl and the ACC's non-BCS bowl ties. Notre Dame players are behind the move and look forward to the new competition. That's all I have for sports. So Nathan, how is it looking for this weekend in temps?
It looks like a pretty nice weekend out there. It was a little dreary today, but that will all be, we've got some big changes for the weekend. Stay tuned for Newswatch to find those out. Welcome back to Newswatch. We had a kind of a dreary day. It started out there. It turned a bit warmer, but it's pretty cool out there. 65 was your high, 50 for a low, and it didn't get much. The rainfall we got, 4/10 of an inch. Sunrise was at 6:38 a.m., so it was pretty dreary out. Right now it's 55, clear skies. Those clouds have moved out of the area. Winds are light, so we're going to see quite a cool down tonight. It's going to be pretty chilly. Definitely want to grab your jacket heading out there tomorrow. Current temps right now, again, 55 here in Ames, 59 in Fort Dodge, 58 in Boone, 59 down in Des Moines. Looking across Iowa, 52 in Ottumwa, and 53 over in Davenport. It's going to get cold out there tonight. Light winds, dry air. 43 here in Ames for your low. 39 out in Sioux City. So it's going to be pretty chilly out there waking up in the morning. And looking at satellite and clouds, we have a front that moved in earlier this morning and brought rain, and we saw 4/10 of an inch here. Those clouds are kind of lingering around, but we're generally getting clear out there right now. Some clouds maybe as you head into southeast Iowa, but generally pretty clear out there, and it's going to stay that way as high pressure builds into the area the next couple of days. You can see this by a cold front moves out of the area. That came in this morning. High pressure starts to dominate across Iowa and across much of the Midwest over the next couple of days. That's going to allow us to have a pretty nice few days. It's going to be cool at night, though, because when it's really dry, it tends to the air tends to cool very rapidly. 44, clear and chilly skies out there. Your day planner for tomorrow, 8 p.m. tonight, 59. 48 waking up in the morning. So it's going to be brisk and sunny. Definitely want to bring that jacket. Good thing it's not going to be too windy out there, but still 48 for this time of year. It's going to be pretty chilly, a lot chillier than what we've seen over the past whole summer, I guess you'd say. 79 for your high tomorrow. Beautiful, mostly sunny skies. It's going to be great out there. So your weekend forecast, look at this. You can't get any better than this. 81 for Saturday out there. Pretty much perfect for your weekend forecast. Speaking of weekend forecast, we have kickoff and at 7 p.m. And it's gonna the highlight for this is that it's gonna start nice, but the temperature is gonna fall pretty quickly out there. So definitely bring your jacket and keep that handy for the late night there. Back to you guys.
The suspect in an alleged bike theft was apprehended on Friday as he was riding the stolen bike on Interstate 35. Police say 19-year-old Nicholas Brady was traveling south on I-35 with an intended destination of Osceola. Brady is accused of stealing the Surly Pugsley bike from Skunk River Cycles in Ames. The Surly Pugsley is a unique bike known for its large tires and is valued at $1,800. Brady is being charged with second-degree theft, a Class B felony. This was the second bike to be stolen from Skunk River Cycles in 3 weeks. One bike was stolen from the storefront on August 30th and is still missing.
That's all we have for tonight's edition of Newswatch 18.
Be sure to tune in on Tuesday at 8 for your latest Cyclone news, weather, sports.
Have a good and safe weekend, Ames.